All right, shalom, family. It's a beautiful day out today. It is blue, very, very blue, and I'm hearing thunder. Not really thunder, but it just feels like the sky is just. But besides that, you guys may have clicked on this video because of the weird title: Adam, Eve, and Lucifer. All right, so I'm gonna go in that same order and start with Adam and Eve. Start with man. Now I'm going to go through creation, and I'm going to point some things out to you. I have my Bible here. I'm going to go through creation, point some things out to you, because I really want you guys to get this. And I don't really see... There was a man who was talking about this. I didn't really get it. But I think I'm starting to get it now. Okay. Let's go in order here. I'm going to go to Proverbs. No. I'm going to go to John 1. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. John 1, everybody. Alright, so we are John 1. In the beginning was the Word was with Elohim, and the Word was Elohim. Elohim is the Word. Grasp that. Now we go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 30. No. Yeah, Deuteronomy 30, chapter 30, verse 20. And for he is thy life and the length of thy days. Okay. Now we go to Proverbs. Proverbs 3:1. Forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. He's the laws and commandments. He is Torah. Now we go down, talking about wisdom here. Length of days is in wisdom's right hand, verse 16. And in her left hand, which is an honor. Length of days is in her right hand. I thought Yahuwah was the length of days. So wisdom and the laws and commandments are not separate from Yahuwah. Never forget that. Because Yahuwah is the laws and commandments. He's the judge that keeps everything in order. He created evil. Now, all this in mind, knowing who Yahuwah is, the judge, he will judge everybody by Yahuwah. Yeshua will judge. He's the faithful witness of the judge. Hallelujah. Now, back to the Adam and Eve part of it. Created man. You should have in chapter 1 in Genesis, verse 26, 27, and 28. I'm going to read these off. And Elohim said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So Elohim created man in his own image. Okay, keep this in mind. In the image of Elohim created he them. He him. Male and female created he them. And Elohim blessed them, and Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over it. And dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Okay. So, with that in mind, we know that he created them. But where's the whole dirt, the dust of the earth and stuff? Okay, now you go up to chapter 2 over here. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. Okay, and on the seventh day Elohim ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And Elohim blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Elohim created and made. Now, these are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created in the day that Yahuwah Elohim made the earth and the heavens. So this is after the 8th day. No, this is the 8th. This is, I would say this is after the 7th day. Sorry. Now, here's where it gets weird. Okay? But for Yahuwah, this is verse 5, chapter 2 verse 5. Let's skip down a bit in that verse. For Yahuwah Elohim had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. It's weird. Didn't he just make man? There wasn't a man to till the ground. So where was man? Where was man? Basically, everybody knows, or everybody has heard this. It was heaven. He was. I'm gonna keep going. But there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground. You know, basically, Yahuwah was like, all right, mist, come on up. Make the dirt wet so I can till the earth and make my creature. So, but the reason is, if he had already created man, why would he need to make man of the dust of the earth? And Yahuwah Elohim formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul. Now, the thing I want to get to you is, what is sin? Who is Lucifer? Now, Lucifer is basically sin. Let's go to Isaiah. Keep your hand on Genesis. Isaiah 14:12. Some of you guys may know this one. Here we go. Isaiah 14:12. Wait a bit. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Yahuwah is sin. No, no. That was almost really bad. Lucifer is sin. Yahuwah forgive me. Lucifer is sin. Sin. And Lucifer is cut down to the ground. Now we see right here, and Elohim said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Think about this. When I read in chapter 1, verse 26, 27, 28, that Yahuwah made man in his own image. It was already made. What's the point? And we get, now follow me up to the top of chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. Lucifer was a host of heaven. He was an angel, one of the angels of Elohim, of our Elohim. Okay? But it said he was cut down to the ground. So if Yahuwah, what is the reasoning behind making man of the earth? To harbor sin. It's all part of Yahuwah's great plan. He's to harbor sin. Sin is easy to fall into because it's ingrained into our flesh. It's ingrained into our flesh, and our souls is the breath of Yahuwah. Our souls is the breath of Yahuwah. It is the seed. It is the seed. The seed that is inside an apple. It's so easy to understand when you think about it this way. An apple, when it falls from the tree, is not yet rotten. Yahuwah was not, or no, Lucifer was not rotten, but he turned rotten. So Yahuwah put him into the earth, the crust of the earth, and you're made of the dust of the ground. The dust of the ground. It's at the top. So you may be thinking, so what's the point? You know, and it comes to this. Yahuwah is good. Yahuwah is Torah. He is good. He is faithful. He is merciful. He is the true Elohim. And then you think, what's the point of making all this, of making sin good and evil, of making good and evil, the battle, happen inside of man? It's not happening outside of us. You need to understand that. Because the battle between good and evil is inside of us. It is not us. We are not Elohim. But when we came to know what it was, see, it was already there. Lucifer was cut down already because he just came out of nowhere in the Garden of Eden as the serpent. Okay, but the serpent, I'm gonna tell you, came as a serpent-like spirit unto Eve. Okay, and then Adam fell afterwards. Now that serpent-like spirit, now let's go on. And now that we know, and I'm trying to tell you, good and evil are states of mind. Good and evil are states of mind. They are not separate from you. You either are evil or you either are good. There is no in between. If you say that you're in between, it doesn't make any sense, and Yahuwah will spit you out. Good and evil are states of mind, higher entities. Good is Yahuwah. Good is his word and his laws and commandments. Sin is Lucifer. Sin is Lucifer. Always remember that. We hear it all the time in the Bible, in Torah, that the flesh is sinful, but our spirit, our soul yearns for the Most High. Our soul yearns to go up out. And a good allegory for that is an apple. I said it before. When an apple falls from a tree, has its seeds in it. This is how the saplings are made and all that. When it starts to rot, the seed, this is where we come in. We are the seed. The seed that Yahuwah has planted inside that apple, which is the sin, because it starts to rot and it gets bad, it's gross, has an option. It can go down with the decaying outer flesh. It can go down with sin, or it can root out. It can blossom out of that, feed off of it, and become something good and great and tall and produce other fruit. You have to understand where the battle is. The battle is with your mind. The battle is there. And you have to understand that Yahuwah, our Elohim, is the only thing that can save us. Now, if you look here, after he created man again out of earth, he formed man of earth. Again, that would have been it. That would have been it, and we would have all been dead. We would have all been doomed, but no. Yahuwah is salvation for the sole fact that he breathed life. He breathed life. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. And he is thy life. We just read that in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 20. He is thy life. He breathed himself into man to counteract that balance, to counteract that sin that had originated, that entity of sin that had come down to overwhelm man itself. He's like, okay, this has to happen, but I'm going to provide for them a way. Right then and there is where, I hope you guys are getting this, right then and there is where the whole, you have free will to do what you want. But the will is not ours. The will is Yahuwah's. We can choose. We can choose. But the will is Yahuwah's, and you have to be on the right side for that. Now we go over to the garden after. Now think about this. I'm going to break it down. Lucifer, Yahuwah created man in his image. This is his image. So if he made it in his image and he doesn't make a mistake, why would he have to go back and form man of the earth? You have to ask yourself that question. Then, after all the heavens and the hosts of them were created, chapter 2, top of it, Lucifer was cast down. In that time period, Lucifer was cast down. So he did not make a mistake. Yahuwah makes no mistake. He knew what he was doing, and he knew it had to happen. He made man first in that image, and then he had to go back and do this. Yahuwah has everything planned out. So he's like, okay, Lucifer, I'm going to make you, then you're going to fall down. Lucifer fell down as the entity of sin itself. He is the father of all lies, and he weakens all nations. Now, goes in. Elohim had to create man with dirt, with the dust of the ground. Now, to prove to you that that Lucifer was cut down to the ground, we're going to go to Isaiah 14:12 all over again to kind of get you used to this. 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? He is sin. He is sin. And sin does nothing but decay. It is death. Sin is death, but Yahuwah is life. He breathed life into us to counteract that. We have life because of Yahuwah. That is why Yeshua. That is why Yahuwah is salvation. Hallelujah. 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 Now, let's go on into the garden. We're in the garden. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast in the field which Yahuwah Elohim had made. And he said unto the woman, now these are the spirits that follow Hasatan in the depths of hell, in the depths of the earth. The spirits are the evil thoughts. You can be in good countenance, you can be in evil countenance. You can have a good spirit about you, you can have an evil spirit about you. You can have spirits come to you in your mind, because they will target you through your thoughts. They will give you evil thoughts. Now, the serpent said unto the woman, yea, hath Elohim said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. This is basically Eve, if you want to, I had to get both quotes in there, both little quotations. Eve, if you want to call her Eve, I think it's an M. Her name's with an M. They changed it. They had to change it to fit their European mindsets. Okay. It's basically Eve having a conversation with herself. It's one of the first self-conflictions. You know, when sin came down, well, before sin came, we were ignorant and we wouldn't question anything Yahuwah said. But now we're doing it. So sin came down and is now a part of man's flesh. So she was like, no, okay, but this is saying this. It looks pleasant and all this. But Yahuwah said no. What should I do? What should I do? In the meantime, Yahuwah's acting like he's gonna come walking through like la la la. His ruach was walking. The voice of Yahuwah was walking through there, and Yahuwah is so good. And he was playing with me. He was going, oh, okay, what's going on? He knew exactly what was going on. That's the crazy thing about it. He is all knowing, all powerful. Hallelujah, Yahuwah. I pray that today what I'm saying is the truth. I prayed over it. I'm praying over it now. Or rather, I'm praying over it now, sorry. But help me that this would help people understand where the battle is. You need to understand where the battle is, people. Come on. I love y'all. I love my people. And the woman saw the tree was good for food. So Satan said, ye shall not surely die. Elohim does know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open. So, what it's telling us here, it was over really before it started. The fall was over before it started. Man was created in the image of Elohim, which he perfected. It was his perfect image. So he had to go back because of sin. Sin came up. And he knew it. Wow. Elohim knew. Elohim knew. But it's for his great and powerful purpose. The fact that he's going to write his laws and commandments in our hearts. He's going to write himself in our hearts that we... Oh, hallelujah. It's a beautiful picture. It's really beautiful. Now, after Hasatan, was cast down. It was already there. It's already there in the garden with us. Already there with us. Our iniquity, our falling was already there. And then she went over to Adam. She went over to Adam, said, hey, I was over there talking. I was over there thinking, talking to myself. This thing is, since they were ignorant before of good and evil, this is why they were questioning whenever it came up. If they weren't ignorant of evil, why would they question it? They questioned evil when it came up because it's the iniquity found in man. That's all it is. And Yahuwah is there. He set that life, hallelujah, to counteract the death that was coming up inside of man. Yahuwah is so gracious, guys. Yahuwah is so gracious. And this is the fall of man. Now, understand this. The battle is not outside yourself. The battle is inside of you. But you cleave unto Yahuwah, Yahuwah your Elohim. There are even books that aren't written in this Bible. Let's see. Let me go here. I'm going to get you something else. Some of you guys who may be questioning if there actually were books. Let's go to 2 Chronicles 9:29. Now the rest of the acts of Solomon, first and last, are they not written in the book of Nathan? I don't see Nathan anywhere. There's also the book of the prophet Shemaiah. There's a lot of other books were not written in there because they want to weed you out, people. Okay? Gentiles who believe and Israelites who believe. We are all as one through Yeshua HaMashiach. You have to understand. You have to understand who Yahuwah is. Pray for that understanding and wisdom. Pray for that. And he'll guide you. I promise you, he'll guide you. You just got to keep on doing it. You got to keep on keeping on. Hallelujah. Hallelujah to Yahuwah, our Elohim. The battle is not outside yourself. The enemy exists within yourself. It is the iniquity. The fall was predestined. Oh, hallelujah. Everybody thinks of Hasatan as this devil with a bunch of horns sticking out all over the place. Hasatan is found within. He is an entity in heaven, one of the highest angels. And he fell. And I don't feel sorry for him either. Sin is nothing but death. It is nothing but death. Yahuwah saw fit to encase it in us. If you think about it, to encase that around our souls. If you think about it, it's just like a tomato. It's just like an apple. Everything is allegorically linked to a garden. A garden. An apple falls in nature, a wild apple. Let's say a wild apple falls and it starts to rot. Okay, it starts to rot and all the stuff in it, right? The seeds in it. All those nutrients go straight to the seed. They rot and the seeds feed off of it. Now coming into the knowledge of Yahuwah is how we'll feed off of it and not slip into sin. The seed inside that apple, our souls, the Yahuwah has made inside that apple, we have a choice. Those seeds inside the actual fruits, okay, they bloom from that. They bloom from the rotting out of an apple, or you put a seed in a potato, okay, and you leave the potato in a windowsill. The seed will begin to bloom because it'll eat off of the nutrients. It's a farming thing, or a gardening type of thing. But what pushes us to not slip into sin is Yahuwah, our Elohim. You need to grasp onto him, because without it, you will never blossom from the seed that you are, the beautiful seed that you are. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, family. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yahuwah, be with us. Be with us and be with me. Help me, Yahuwah. Help them to understand what I was talking about today. Hallelujah. You are the true Elohim. Hallelujah. All right, guys. Shalom. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. I pray for them right now, Yahuwah, that whoever's watching this and whoever's not watching this, that Yahuwah, you would bless them and keep them in your hands and show them the mysteries of you, Yahuwah. Hallelujah. You have to understand, when you push through, you are rewarded. You are rewarded when you push through a certain barrier. You are rewarded. Yahuwah is gracious like that, and he understands that you're in flesh. You need to understand. Hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. 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 He's so worthy. Seek him. Seek him, guys. I love y'all. See ya. Peace.